This is a very short video about ProgrammExpress, the web-based portfolio program and project reporting tool, specifically showing the latest version of ProgrammExpress, which is version 15.1, which includes new corporate palettes and logos, which are available, and a new home screen for entry. So, as mentioned, it's a web-based product. We shall log on as an administrator. Which will take us into our new home screen of ProgrammExpress. From this screen, we can have a look at the structure of the portfolios, the programs, and the projects. This is purely demo data, and every client can configure and structure their own portfolio. So this is just for demonstration purposes. Now from this screen, what we can see is projects that sit within programs and portfolios, the health of those projects in terms of their red, amber, green status. We can see the modules that are accessible and updatable within ProgrammExpress, and better shown with this view, the updates of commentary, plan, resources, costs, benefits, impacts, risks, and logs. Also from this screen, what we can do is we can open up reports that have been configured either by ourselves, which will only appear for the specific users that have set up my reports, or we can have a look at the shared reports which have been set up by the central projects team, the PMO, or the program office. As stated, this is a view of for an administrator who can see all projects and programs and all icons and all modules within ProgrammExpress. We'll come back to that, but another view of the same screen will be for a user who only has access to a certain amount of projects to update and only has access to update a certain amount of modules. So I will now log on the user with write access back into the home screen, but you will see a different view. You'll see a view of just the projects that they have write access to, and you will see just the modules that they can update. So in this example, we can highlight project 1A, and this user can update these three projects and these three modules. Starting with commentary, update the commentary, the latest status in terms of the overall, the achieved, the focused for next period. We go back to home, update the plan. Any changes to the plan, or update the risks. Once that user has updated those three elements, because that is what is required, they could then, if they wanted to, have a look at the data, fire the report by clicking on the one-page summary PPT. This is a one-page report that shows the project timeline, financial information, and it shows the commentary threads that have been updated, and will show the data that they have entered in terms of commentary and latest status update. Or they might want to run another project report, which is more of a Word style report. We'll call it the one-page overview. And there we'll see in portrait a lot more detail, the same data in terms of commentary, some cost information, the plan, risks, and in this case actions, decisions, issues, and lessons learned. So that's the view of the same screen, the home screen, but the view for a specific user. They may have read access to projects, and if we toggle between write and read, it will show the projects that they have read access to, in this case demonstrated within Program 2 certain other projects, or they could have a look at all read and all write within one screen. So a fairly simple user interface, filtering out the modules and the projects that they don't need to update and they don't need to see. If we go back as the administrator, again, back into the same screen we saw before. A lot busier, but the same screen, more data. It's got all the projects. The administrator can, by default, see everything, and they can see all the modules. Now, as an administrator, what I might want to do is have a look at offending data or projects that have a red status. And in this case, what I can do is I can hide the green rags, just to show the ambers and the reds, and I can hide the ambers. So in this case, I can start to see now where I have issues across the portfolio. So if I were to use an example of Project 1C and went over to the square red rag, you'll see that that sits within the column of costs. And if I clicked on there, I'll be able to see the cost information and that the forecast exceeded the planned cost out of tolerance in terms of the variance and hence a rag status. So I could do the same for all the other projects within the portfolios in terms of checking. Now also as an administrator, and this is where the power of ProgrammExpress is in terms of consolidated reporting, not just at project level but up to program and portfolio level. If I go to the shared reports, I can have a look at the reports that have been set up. In this case, a rag status summary. If I click on that, it's an Excel style report and can be exported to Excel. And this will summarize the project information up to program and portfolio level. In this case, we've configured these certain columns so we can see commentary information, rag information, and a bit of plan information at a very high level. So that's automatically consolidated all the project data into this one Excel report. Or I may want to run a Gantt chart report. Let's have a look at the plan across all the projects sitting with each of the programs. So here we can see a typical Gantt chart style report of all the projects within the portfolio. It's very accessible to run from the home screen once all the users have updated the data within their projects. Or another example might be the milestone summary report, a different view of the plan in terms of a timeline rather than a Gantt chart. So we can see all the key milestones, the health of those milestones in terms of red, amber and green status across all the projects within the portfolio. And one more example, resource usage. Again, an Excel style report, resourcing aligned to the plan of the project and shows all the resources, what projects they're working on, the number of days within a period, in this case month, but it could be weekly, aggregating up to a total within a period, and showing any particular hotspots for particular users. There's lots of other functionality within ProgrammExpress. This is just a very summary demo. You can store templates and documents. You can run more reports, have a look at dashboard, and for the administrator, you can reconfigure a lot of these screens to meet your own specific requirements. So that's just a short, very quick demo of ProgrammExpress, the web-based portfolio program and project reporting tool, and specifically the changes version 15.1, which now includes this new home screen. That completes the demo.